is Xavier Nuttin. I'm a former EU official, both in the European Commission and the European Parliament. And now I'm the senior advisor at the European Institute for Asian Studies, a think tank based in Brussels, which focus on the relations between the EU and Asia, not only ASEAN, but Asia. And I'm also the vice chair of the board of directors of a new training institute called the Parliamentary Centre for Asia, which aims at training the staff of the parliaments of the ASEAN region in democracy and working of the legislative process. There are a lot of differences. First thing that I should say is that we should not try to make them similar. They don't need to be the same. There's no need for ASEAN to become like the EU. It should not be a goal. ASEAN has a different approach due to historical and cultural reasons. And as far as I know, ASEAN does not want at this stage to become like EU, and rightly so. The differences, of course, are in terms of institutions. To start with, EU is very much based on strong institutions, probably based on the words of Jean Monnet, the founding father of the EU, who said, "Nothing can be done without people, but nothing is sustainable without institutions." So there are many, many differences. But again, the two institutions are very successful, the two organizations are very successful, and they follow different paths, and there is no reason to consider that one is better than the other one. They are responding to different situations and different challenges. Trade and economic relations are extremely important in the relations between the EU and ASEAN. However, if we look back at history, when the EU, the European Economic Community at that time, was established, or when ASEAN was established, the first goal was not trade. The first goal was peace and security. Both organizations were established to avoid war on the European continent, and in Southeast Asia. The 6 founding members of ASEAN wanted to avoid also a spill of the Vietnam War. So clearly the first objective in both cases was not trade, but trade was used as a means to achieve the peace and security objectives. We should go well beyond economic relations. Economic relations and trade are very important, and they create very important links to develop activities, but economic statistics will not make people dream. They will not give a vision to the young people for the future. You need to have another objective, something more than just economic growth. Very, very, very important for ASEAN not to be put in a situation where it has to take sides, where it has to choose between the US or China. And certainly to develop relations with the EU can help ASEAN to remain in between, to diversify the relations, to create more possibilities for exchange, more possibilities for trade, more possibility to engage with others, and therefore to diversify its alternatives. Because in the current situation today, we can really see that the big power, the two very large powers in the Indo-Pacific are trying to push the other countries to take sides. And I think that would be very, very sad if ASEAN as a region is pushed in that direction. Very, very important for the future of ASEAN to remain the central point of the region at equal distance of those two superpowers. And I hope, and I think the EU can really be a supporter of ASEAN in that sense for ASEAN centrality. Regional identity, I think, is something on which the young people have to work a lot. But for them to be able to do that, they must have access to the work done by the ASEAN institutions and the ASEAN politicians. I think the young people should work a lot is to contribute and to support their own legislative assembly. I think parliaments have to play an important role because parliaments represent the people. They are elected by the people. They represent the people. So they need to have a say in the regional integration process. Young people should work on regional identity and the parliamentary dimension of the regional integration, because it's very important that all stakeholders contribute to this fantastic program to build a stronger region that will really achieve the goal from the founding fathers: peace, stability, and prosperity.